Hello there, Wago. Welcome to Ridealong Live for today. Yes. As you guys come and go ahead and share up the thing right now, because we got a lot to discuss. Yeah. Jackie Chaitan, how are you? How are you? Josie, how you doing? Martine, everybody. Share. I got some explaining to do. All right, let me go straight into it, guys. So you know how I'm big on, Veronica, thank you for sharing. I'm big on, being here on time every day, as long as, I have a schedule and I have a program to do, I'm here. No doubt. You guys could count on me. I mean, there might be some times that I may have some issues. And I do have issues sometimes. I have personal issues. I have family issues. My dog ran away like he did today and I found him. But I have things that happen, guys. Afternoon. I often have things that happen that is way beyond my control. But regardless of what, this to me is like a job. This is like, for me, is like showing up. This to me is like, if I don't come here and do my program, I feel like I'm disappointing people. And I honestly, seriously feel that way. Yeah, good night, Kia, how you doing? I honestly, seriously feel that way, guys, that if I don't come on at this designated time, I think that I'm disappointing my viewers. I feel like, no matter what happened, and I like 5 minutes before the program, I could be crying because you guys don't know what happens to me in my day. Not like you guys ask me, Junior, how was your day today? Junior, did you have a good day today? Junior, are you okay psychologically, physically? You guys just assume that I'm here and I'm happy and I'm bringing a program. I have a guest, right? You guys just assume that. But oftentimes that's not the case. Oftentimes there are situations where I feel upset or I might feel angry or something might be bothering me. But nevertheless, I ignore that and I come and give you guys a show, right? So this is what happened today, guys. So, we do have a guest booked for today, which we did to confirm. In fact, he's a very good friend of mine. We went to school together, St. Angela Anglican Secondary School. Everything, I was, after seeing what happened, and I've been following him for a while, I was very impressed that he did what he did. And I'll explain what he did shortly. But essentially, I was very impressed by this individual. I am very impressed by this individual because he is a community guy. He does everything to uplift the community where he's from, Mikey Noel, right? Big up to my good friend Mikey Noel. And I keep checking my phone because I'm just waiting for that ding. Oh, Suzanne. Oh, thank you so much, Suzanne. I had a horrible day, but thanks for asking. So Mikey is someone again. As I said earlier, we went to school together in SAS, and I left in Form 3, and he, we still follow up. I know his family very well, so we good. So when I saw Mikey, I've been doing so much thing to uplift Telescope. I mean, of course, I got to support this brother. That's not the first time that Mikey been on the program. Mikey, during COVID, there was a situation where I linked with him, and we had to help him out of a situation there, and I'm always happy to help my people. So fast forward to today, we had everything set up. We spoke earlier, everything copacetic, everything ready, everything ready to go. But coming down to the later part of the day, I couldn't find Mikey. I can't find Mikey. In fact, I still can't find Mikey. So that's why I delayed the program a bit to see if I could get time to find Mikey. Nevertheless, guys, I always have a plan B. So first, let me tell you Mikey's story. Right? First, let me tell you Mikey's story a bit, right? And I don't think that he just blanked us. Mikey would never do that, right? I spoke to someone a little bit earlier, and they said something about something that happened. Something happened, and that he had to attend to as an emergency situation. So he had to go run and attend to that. But I'm very sure that he might call. He might get in contact with me before we finish this conversation here today. I'm very sure that he will make that connection. But for now, he's not making that connection, but he will. He will. I'm optimistic that he will. So let me tell you now what made me impressed by the last thing with Mikey Noel, right? So Mikey Noel, his son, right? I don't know how much of you guys saw this video that was circulating on social media of a young man in the stadium. Someone sent it to me, and I'm like, oh Lord. I didn't speak about it. I didn't know who child was that. And then they sent me a follow-up video where I guess the mother or so, the aunt or so, threw the young lady clothes. Allegedly, I couldn't independently confirm, but something like that. And yesterday now, I learned that the young man that was in the video, in a very public display in the stadium, having sexual intercourse with a young lady on a step, very publicly, someone was recording it, was in fact Mikey Noel's son. I'm like, what? Mikey Noel? So, here's what Mikey did. Here's what he did. Thank you, Lacey J. I appreciate you. You love to. So here's what Mikey did, guys. Mikey decided that he would take to social media, right? Take to social media. And I'm going to pull it up for you guys, because this is to be applauded, by the way. If I could pull it up here. So Mikey took to social media and decided that he would let his son publicly apologize on social media. Check this out.
What? Good evening to everyone viewing this video, home and abroad. Parents, family members, teachers, friends, members of my community, and new members of the general public. My name is Kyle Ned from Union St. Andrews. I am an athlete of the St. Andrews Anglican Secondary School. Today I make this apology video to say that I am truly sorry for what I did at the National Champs Meet. I acknowledge now that my actions were inappropriate, and I failed to act with honor and show respect to my school, the organizers of the event, and other parties involved in the institution. I see now how my actions has affected others and caused great disgrace and severe embarrassment to everyone directly and indirectly involved in the situation. As teenagers, we make mistakes, and I have made a huge mistake, but such as I have truly realized now that my actions were wrong, and I deeply regret for indulging in such activities in which I should have never been indulging. I know that I know that the present video circulating on social media has deeply hurt and embarrassed my family and my parents and family who support me and always try to teach and guide me along the right path. I am deeply embarrassed myself and I am sincerely sorry for my behavior. I promise that such a situation will never happen again in the future. I will do my best to make sure that I don't repeat such behaviors or participate in such activities, as this is not the time for such, and I have learned from this experience. And I'm thankful for the opportunity to express my sincere apologies to everyone I hurt and affected by the entire situation. Again, I am sorry for my actions, and I hope that everyone will forgive me and grant me the opportunity to learn from my mistakes, correct myself, and go on to do the right thing, behave in an honorable, respectable way, and to focus my attention on where it needs to be, which is representing my school and making my family and friends proud. Thank you.
So, boss, great minds think alike, yes? So, this lesson is for every friend, every youth, every teenager, every young person that believe this is the way to go, it is wrong. Today, you acknowledge yourself as somebody who will make a difference, and such events that took place will help you to help everyone like you who have the thought of this, that no is not the time for it. Raise your head, boss. Parents and guardians send you all to school so that you all could be a module, an instrument used for the betterment of this, your institution, of your country, for the world, and for everybody who sees you, who knows you. Understand? And being my son, this afternoon, I feel very comfortable. I feel honored with that apology. So I'll make it where everyone could understand. And everyone who is watching here knows exactly what apology is. Because the Almighty say, when you could say sorry about something and mean it, it means that you're growing higher than your usual being. So now, I want to tell you, I'm very pleased with this apology. And tomorrow, please God, when you go to the interview, you will use the same apology. All right? So, what would you like to say to those youths and them outside there who view this video? What you would like to tell them to don't do or to do?
Don't participate in the activities that you see me participating in the video, and focus on the goal to make it out of the struggles.
Thank you very much. This is an apology written by my son, and he decided to let the world know that he...
Right. All right. So much to say about that. There are so much to be said about that. First of all, guys, you see this kid? You see this kid? And what he displayed to the world? That's who I know Mikey Noel to be. Because I told you, me and he went to school together, right? That's Mikey. That's a splitting image. And you see, the thing about it is what we see in here is a replica, right? You know, like parents grow up their children the way in which, you know, the qualities that they grew up in. Now, being in school, going in Form 1, Form 2, Form 3 with Mikey has always been that kind of upfront person. So when I saw that, I say, yeah, that is Mikey Noel. Yeah, that is the man. And I don't care. I mean, not I don't care. This completely, guys, this completely put this young fella on a different trajectory in life. Because them kind of thing of them do easy to do. Saying sorry, some people would have never even, first of all, some people would have never even done it. And he articulated it so well, right? This apology, ladies and gentlemen, made so much big people cry. And I wish that a lot of people could take examples from this young man and his father in particular. Yes, So this is the reason why I wanted to invite Mikey on the program to chat, and I keep looking at my phone because I'm hoping that he would call soon, but he's not connected as yet. Before I go on anything else, guys, I want you guys to give me a call. I want you guys to give me a call, and let's talk a bit about this sincere apology, straight from the heart, and just what you feel about it. Let's just talk about it. Let's just talk about it, guys. Some people say, they want to give this kid a scholarship. They want to give this kid a scholarship because we all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. And as children, we made plenty mistakes. Probably social media wasn't around them time days, so you could have explode and be on all social media and be all over in everybody WhatsApp. No, but we all did stuff. And half of the times, some of us, even as big people, we don't apologize. We can't find it in our heart to apologize. Big people think, that big man thing. That is what they say, outstanding parenting. Fly by night kind of parenting. This is what parenting is supposed to be. You can't afford, and let me tell you something. If half or quarter of the parents do what Mikey Noel did, if a small percentage of parents are more assertive, right, and let their children face up to the responsibility and their action, trust me, this place would be a better place right now. Trust me, I believe so. The place would be a better place right now. We got a caller on the line. Caller, you're live. Where are you calling us from? Hello? Hold on. Caller, you there?
Hello?
Hold on. Are you hearing me? All right, caller, I'm not hearing you. Okay, let me put you up. Hold on. Let me put you up on the overhead. Yeah, caller, go right ahead.
Are you hearing me now?
I'm hearing you now, yeah. Go right ahead.
I just want to say congratulations to Mikey. And I know kids in his son age wouldn't even want to do it. And I do think this little boy deserves a scholarship because he go that extra mile and he didn't even look like so angry or nothing. He just did it with a pleasing mind. He knew what he did it was wrong, and he apologized, and he apologized to the whole world. I hope a lot of young guys outside they take that example and follow in his footsteps to know that being disrespectful or doing wrong stuff doesn't worth it. And I really, 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 truly give thumbs up to Mikey for that.
Yes.
I hope he come on the show.
Yeah.
That is a really, really, really good thing that he did. And I'm so proud of him. And I'm really proud of his son also. And Junior, I like that show tonight. That's a really good show that you bring tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. We need to have this type of conversation. Thank you so much. 718-701-5720, guys. Give me a call. Let's talk about this. I keep looking at my phone because I know very soon we might get that call from Mikey to give us more details on it. But in the meantime, I'm going to talk to you guys. Still. 718-701-5720. That is my number. Let's talk. Let's talk, guys. Let's talk as parents. Let me get this phone thing here working. All right, guys, don't worry about it. I'll get you in the phone. 718-701-5720, because that also speaks to what we see happening right now. What we saw happen yesterday and what we continue to see happening all over the place. Yeah. Hopefully, if parents step up to the plate and let the children take responsibility for the action, trust me what I'm telling you, a lot of the things that we're seeing right now, the increase in in the violence that we see in straight across the island, these things and them probably we would have been in a different place right now. A different place right now. Because I could almost guarantee you, I don't know for a fact, but I could tell you that I don't believe that this kid is going to get involved in this same activity again. I genuinely think and feel that possibly the embarrassment that he faced just facing the world and apologizing his father, putting him on task to do this, he may never get into this type of things anymore. I believe he gets scared straight and focused now. That's what we need. We need focus parenting, guys. Focus straight up parenting. 718-701-5720. Let me keep the phone lines open, guys, because I want you guys to ventilate on this. I want us to talk on this a bit. There is another topic that I want to touch on about what happened yesterday. But before we get into that, I want some more callers on this, guys. Parents, talk to me. Janjan says, very commendable of this young man teaching personal responsibility. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Okay, a child can come from good background and parenting and still do BS when their parents not around. That is true. But if you set the fundamental, like I can't say for a fact because I don't know for a fact, but based on how I see this kid and how he articulated, you could even see his heart. He really felt ashamed for what he did and apology accepted. I really believe. And I told you Mikey was going to call. Surely enough, Mikey called. Mikey!
Good night.
Hello?
Good night, Mr. George.
Hey, Mikey, how you doing, my brother?
Not bad at all.
I know that you had a situation, and I just start off the thing still because I know that soon enough that you would call and we'll have this conversation here. You hear me clearly?
Yeah, I hear you clearly.
All right. So let me just sort out this thing. I for some reason I'm not getting any audio into the system, but I'm fixing it right now. I'm gonna fix it right now. Maybe I could use this mic right over here. All right, Mikey, go ahead, talk. Let me see if I could get you on this mic.
Yeah, good night.
All right, I think we're getting you good now. All right, Mikey. So yes, we was talking about this remarkable thing that you did here with your son, and I have to commend you, my brother, because this is the best thing I've seen. This is the best type of example I've seen set for the whole entire year. Tell us what happened, Mikey. Give us some in-depth, some information as to what happened.
Okay, well, I do want to elaborate on the whole thing as we know that it is already on social media.
Right.
What has went on.
Yeah.
But my complete, let me use the right phrase for what is happening here with us. In our country, in our community, in the diaspora, throughout the world, we have a problem that we give our kids the best of everything we can afford as parents. We wish for the best of their success, so we let them out into the world with standards and regulations that they need to follow from home.
Yes.
But what is basically happening is when our kids leave our protective custody, which is home, and they go outside, we do not have a complete analysis of what they do, because we believe that our kids understand the rules and the regulations of home and respect it.
Right.
Now, we cannot actually blame those kids for such occurrences which they are taking part in the world today, because you know what is going on, Junior. Social media have our kids' mind to a different level.
Right.
But when such a situation occurs, we don't utilize these times to make our kids feel left out or see them as, we don't need to put them aside and make them believe that they are a nobody, they are no good. We have to utilize these events to make the world and every living kid in Grenada, Carriacou, to the Martin and also the world to know, listen to me, you all have a bigger, a more powerful situation, not a situation, but a role to play in life.
Right.
You all are the tomorrow, and what you all need to do is to understand why we the parents put out all the effort to send you to school, to make you partake in things that is positive throughout. Let me use the wall. I won't just use it as Grenada.
Right.
I will use it as the wall, because it's not a problem that only goes on in Grenada.
Right.
It goes on throughout the whole world. And when situation like this happens, is the community of people, the world of people have to come together and realize, listen to me, we cannot utilize it for our personal gains, post it up along the place, make fun of it, because we are damaging some youth who made a mistake and do not understand the level of the mistake they make. And then seeing that is frustration.
Yes.
Seeing that is making them believe that they are being cast aside, they are no good. So what we need to do is come together and make them know, okay, what you did was wrong. What you did was wrong. It is not accepted by your parents, neither by the society you live in. So we're going to correct it the right way and make you know. Let it be an example to every friend of a friend, to every parent, big people, everyone to know, listen, this is not accepted, and going forward, we're standing by you to correct it and make it a possible and a positive way for the rest of your life, knowing that you have something better in store for you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Now, my son had a dialogue with me.
Mm-hmm.
His mom had a problem because with me coming on the air with it, because parents, the love, the frustration, the up and down. But me and my son had a dialogue, and he said to me, Daddy, I want to make an apology about this, and I say I am standing by you 100%.
So he was the one. He was the one that said that he wanted to make an apology.
He was the one that said he wanted to make an apology. Whilst we sitting down, and I was scrolling him through the yes and the no's of life, what we expected, what we do not want, not only as parents, but as a society.
Right.
And he decided, I understand, Daddy, and I want to make an apology. And I say, I'm going to stand by you with it, and I'm going to continue standing by you with self-decision. So when you make this apology, it's not an apology for only you. It's a message you're sending out to the whole world, to every kid that viewed this video.
Yes.
Every kid in every place of the world that viewed this video to know, listen to me, this is not what we want from kids. We want you all to be the champions of tomorrow. We want you all to understand that with a positive, everything around you be positive. We, as we get old, as elderly people, we could sit down and say, yes, those kids are making us live a ending happy life. They are doing everything as we expect for them. And then the tomorrow will be greater and brighter.
Yes.
So when he made that comment to me, I cried at it, and I said, thank you, son. Thank you. Because I always said to him, I always make mention to him, failure is not an option.
Right.
We don't fail.
Right.
We never fail. And to the people of the world that listening to this, we as parents have to be side by side with our kids. We need to make them know that every action have a reaction.
True.
And there is consequences for every action.
True.
If you do good, there is consequences. If you do bad, there is consequences.
Yes.
But the most powerful part of it is actually understanding I did bad, and I'm going to correct it, not for myself, but to the entire world, for my liberty from now on to the end of my life.
Yes. Now, you're so right. What is even more touching about this, Mikey, is that your son, he wanted to do it. So it's not something that you force him to do it, or you compel him to do it, or you tell him that you're gonna punish him in any kind of way to do this. He wanted to do this because he recognized to himself that it was something bad that he did, or something not at the standard that would make his family and his parents proud. He recognized that for himself, and that is to be applauded from him.
Definitely.
You know?
Definitely. And going forth, when a situation like this happens, it is a stepping stone, a tight grip situation for every parent.
Yeah.
And not only for the parents, for the adults who do not understand the purpose of life, the life we live. We will not get everything 100%.
Right.
We work with also. We make mistakes also.
Yes.
But going forth, no, Junior, I press on a lot of other people's kids more than mine. The reason for this being that when my kids leave my home or our homes,
Right.
they meet outside with different kids from different homes. And if you only focus on your kid, what is expected from your kid will be given to you while they're at your house, home.
Yes.
But once you're not there, behind closed doors, they meet the other kids who have a different interpretation and they follow, but when they come back home, they do what they're expected to do. So when you focus on the neighbor kids or the kid outside, and you know the kids outside, you focus on it, it's positive. When your son go outside to meet them, you know, okay, I am comfortable. My son is in a comfortable environment.
Right.
So it's something that we have to generalize. You understand?
Yeah. Yeah. And one of the double standard, or the things that happen that sometimes is a double standard. In a lot of cases, people would give the male figure props, and then the female now is like she is the worst thing. And that's a double standard again, because again, we have to reach out and pour out all our love for the young lady as well, because she too probably looking at this and say, you know what, I too made a mistake. And I don't want people to look at her as an evil person, a bad person. We all did stuff in our childhood days.
Thank you.
We
Thank
all
you.
did. We all made mistakes in our childhood
Thank
days.
you. Thank you very much. And I had a dialogue. I had the opportunity to deal with a group of wonderful people to speak to the young lady. And me and her had what you call God bless amazing dialogue. And I said
Nice.
to her, a lot of things we don't tell our kids.
Yes.
Now, first of all, I said to my son, in front of everyone, I say, what do you see the lady as? And I asked her, what do you see my son as?
Mm-hmm.
And I said to her, there is a lot of homes that we do not invite the Almighty's way inside of the home.
Right.
So I said to her, I said, young lady, men or people give what is in front of you many different names
Right.
that we call it. But God in the heavens say, what is in front of you is a holy place.
Mm-hmm.
God say, inside of you and what inside of you entails is a holy place. So I said to her, I said, the purpose of ladies, I make my son understand that the purpose of ladies is to keep the earth regenerating, to stop it from dying.
Mm-hmm.
Because no matter what we do, it's ladies that bring us here. Our queens, our mothers is ladies. So when every young man see a lady as, you don't see a lady as an honorable, a dishonor. You see a lady as an honorable figure. She's an honorable figure.
She's a queen. She's a queen. Every woman.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Because if there is no ladies, there is no people. There is the world gone dim. And ladies have to know the qualities also.
Right.
They need to understand who they are. You understand?
Yeah.
So we had a very wonderful discussion today. I explained to her as a father. We speak to one another. I told her, I said, see me as your father. Understand? And I tell my son the same thing. I say, listen to me. Now, what you did here today, what your mom, your grandmom, the world, your aunt, and everybody, we give to you, we give you comfort so that you'll understand that you have to share this comfort down a generation.
Mm-hmm.
And I make sure you and the lady know they are the living examples of their parents' generation.
Yes.
So you don't utilize, spoil your generation by taking part in such events and activities that diminish your generation.
True.
And then if everybody that view this video make a positive gesture and about the video, then you get a positive return.
Yes.
Now, the problem we have in this time here, which we need to correct, is that we just scandalize every living thing that we see as a joke or a fun game. But life is much more than that, Junior.
That's
life
right.
is one of the most wonderful the Almighty has given to us, and we need to make our children understand that in school, home, we don't need to bang at them. We don't need to make them feel left out. We don't need to make them feel that, okay, yes, you cannot make mistakes, but we need to make them know those mistakes have consequences.
Yeah.
There is a time for it. There is a time and place for it. Now, we went through it, and most of the lovely people and parents on this platform here tonight worked very, 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 very hard
Yes.
to give the kids, you kids, the life that you all have. Some parents are in the cold from morning to night, working out to give you guys what you all have. You have to have respect. You have to honor this. And at the same time, to the elderlies, to the people out of the homes, to the people that believe that they are not family of every kid in Grenada, Carriacou, and Pidgeottic, as well as the world. When you see a kid going out of order, you have the right as a citizen, as a member of that country, community, whatsoever, to correct every kid, to make them know, listen to me, your mother or your parents or your guardian didn't send you out here for this.
Yes.
If
Yes.
we have that going on, we will have a wonderful place that some parents are not ignorant of the fact that when somebody corrects your child, you make the child believe that correction is wrong. It is not wrong. And the next most important fact of every household, you have to make your kids know God in the heavens say, honor your mother and your father in the Lord, that your days will be long.
Yes.
And we need some parents to understand what that means also. Do not hold back from teaching your kids the correct thing and punishing them for when they are doing wrong things. You have to punish them. But the level of punishment most parents use or most is very abusive. The abusive words, abusive chastising. You have to understand how to correct a situation. And all the time, it's not been corrected by aggravation, but by simple, humble, making a child know you're wrong. And this is the consequences for your actions. And then you have to make known to yourself first that you're wrong before you can make anyone else believe in you. You have to tell yourself, hey, I did wrong, and I'm not pleased with it. I'm not pleased with it as myself being a part of it. And I want everybody else to know, after I talk to myself, that I'm not pleased with what I've done. And then
Yes.
we'll have a wonderful, we'll have a blessed place.
Yes. Mikey, you know, that is what we learned from our generation. We grew up in that generation where, you know, the neighbor down the street could have correct you. You're going down the neighbor, you know what I mean? They're keeping you straight. And if you go back
Definitely.
and you tell your family or you tell your mother how, you know, you get lashed by the neighbor or your neighbor this, you getting lashed by she too.
You get it
You,
double.
you get it twice. Twice.
Yes.
But what we have seen,
Yes.
Mikey, is a shift, is a big shift where I don't know if parents are giving the kids the idea or parents never came or understood from that school of thought that it takes a whole community to raise a child. So everybody helter-skelter doing whatever they want to do. And we have the rise and increase in crime, violence in schools. And that's where some of them stem from. It stem from the school, from the community, from that young growing up. So let's talk about something that could be done, because this is a bigger example than you just correcting your son. You know, the world is watching. You know, this is an example that's something that could be replicated in schools, starting from
Definitely.
that. Because education is not about arithmetic and English and history and Christopher Columbus and the Santa Maria, whatever. Education is about all of these things.
It's about the purpose of life and understanding what is the sole purpose of your life.
Yes.
Why you were brought here, what is expected of you.
Yes, absolutely.
And it is very easy to correct, you know, Junior. It is very easy to correct. Now, hear what's happening. First of all, especially in my country, we need a curriculum to do. Now there is a couple of things that make us know who we are. Growing up as a youth in Anglican school, I remember when the national anthem and the pledge was played, we have to stand at ease.
Right.
We have to, no matter what we're doing, we have to stand up and represent what is these two great giants responsible for.
Right.
And we have a lot of lackadaisicalness in a lot of things. You have kids that goes to school as if school is the backyard home.
But some of them don't know some of them don't even know the anthem.
They don't
and the
even
pledge.
know the anthem. And then the big people, the elderlies in every community, in every country, the elderlies, the people who know how, please stop staying by and watch your neighbor kids, and your neighbor must be the person living next to you. It could be the person in the next village,
Yes.
in the next country,
Yes.
from the next place.
Yes.
Stop staying by and watch they go down that road and say it is not your kid. And that is the problem we have.
True.
And then to the people who does it, we have then the negative parents who believe you should not be telling my kid anything. And if we get to correct this,
Yes.
if we get this to be placed in every aspect of our kids' life, to know that when you leave home, you're meeting a set of parents, because parents don't actually mean those who make you here. It's those who guide you. Those
Yes.
who make you know, listen to me, that is the road to go, and that is not the road to go. So when you leave home, and you know when you walk from by your father's home to the school, there is a group, a set of amazing people who watch your every move, and if you make one mistake, you could be punished there, and then when you reach in the school and back home, the same thing. And we need to do it. We have to understand that it's compulsory, because the road that is going on right now, our kids, when we are, listen to me, we come from the age of 1 to reach where we are. Most of us is 50, 60, 70, 40, 30. So as time passes, we grow old.
Yes.
We are one day going to sit down in the veranda, and we want the environment we are to be the same as we have kept it. And the only way to do that is to be like a vehicle tuner. Tune those kids. Everything in life is a tuning. To play your music properly, you have to tune your set. Anything you do, it's a tuning.
Right.
So when you grow a kid with this type of tuning, Junior, what you have happening, they understand what is expected of them. So when we go old, or we get the time to retire as elderly people, our communities, our villages, our country as a whole could be run basically on what we put in, the tuning we put into those kids.
Yes. Yes. Mikey, listen, this is gospel, you know. That is gospel you're talking to. It's a long time I haven't seen this type of movement and this type of focus in parenting. I mean, I do it, I understand it. My son, very close. But a lot of times we see parents, man, they just allow their children to just, and I understand that you make your children, you don't make their minds, right? You make your children, you don't make their mind. Because you're a carpenter, you're a lawyer, you're a doctor, whatever, that doesn't mean that your kid will come out and be just like you. When they leave the confinement of the home, as you rightfully said, and they go out to school or they go wherever they go, they have their own attitude. It's like they have their own world. But the fundamental, the foundation, and the things that they know, the merit, the things that they learned, is what they would always keep with them. And I think that this is setting a great example. Hence what I'm saying, Mikey, this type of thing is supposed to be in a mentorship style type program. You know what I mean? Mentorship.
Definitely.
Because if we have that kind of thing of them, you're taking them away from trying to get guns and try to fight this one and try to shoot this one. Over what? They have somebody that they could talk to. They have somebody that they could voice their problem with. They have somebody that they could cry. Because here's the other thing. Fathers don't take the initiative to hug their kids and tell them they love them anymore. So they're looking for that outside. They're looking for that
Thank you.
outside.
And here the next thing, Junior. One of the biggest aspect of most kids not having this wide aspect of intellect. For example, there is something that I, Mikey, do not portray as an elderly person,
Right.
and as somebody growing up, especially in communities. Right now I'm devoting myself to a lot of community programs.
Yes.
I made that oath to God as a turnaround to devote myself to certain things and places and kids in my community. And let me just give a quick briefing. Now, these categories of family, the category of family is a very big problem into our livity as people and as some kids growing up. For example, now we have which you call the lower class, we have the middle class, and we have the upper class people.
Right.
Now, when the upper class, the middle class people teach their kids how to stay in that forum, that middle class forum, the kids remain there. And the upper class also do the same thing. So
right.
What you have happening now, what's about the parents, the mothers that didn't grow up in that environment to know those kind of ways or the kind of rules and the kind of principles and the kind of value to live? What happened to that parent down there who tried very hard to make the kid reach to that point, but because of the different classes and the people in the classes up there want to keep their children up there, so the only things that is meaningful to them is to keep your kids in these classes. So those below there who believe they are left out, there comes the problem.
Yes.
So what you'll have now, because there is not a forum or something put in place to tell those kids which we or the statements say they are the lower classes, hear what you have happening. They intend to turn havoc on those that is above them. Because they believe now, okay, I am not granted the quality of life that you live. I'm not even given the thought or the program to make me end up to live just a basic fair quality of life. And you doing it right, so what will you expect me to do? Too much that I am less, I will need to take it out on something different. So the people, the powerful people in every society, the people in the different institutions for such, we have to realize that we need to let the people that we think or such to the people that we believe is beneath those classes. We need to have them know, listen to me, we are all on one level.
Yes.
But you need to beef up yourselves. You need to understand that what makes you reach to the level that we believe is the middle or the upper class. And this doesn't mean riches or wealth. This means understanding of the fundamental aspect of things you have to do to live a quality life.
Yes. Yes.
This is what we need to put into every household. This is what, when you have a community center, it is not for a party. And it is not for people in the community to come and sit down and say, let us talk to you, the people or the kids. It is for the people who have a higher understanding in the different offices to come out every, let it be compulsory, not now and then. Ever so often come out and gather the kids, gather the parents who need this like a training and make them know this, listen to me. You are a part and parcel of this great nation.
Yes.
And we want you to feel part and parcel of this great nation. So we're inviting you into everything that is happening. So you'll be able to put it to your kids, and we will also have a kids time. Not about sitting on the committee and having a talk about who have a session there and who have a session there. We realize this is a more qualified thing we need to have. We need to have our kids, our parents in our kids' life more beefed up. So
Yeah.
I will put it as this.
Engagements.
The ministers of every parish and every place in every country, in every place in the world, you need to have focus on the youths, and you need to focus especially on the parents who need this kind of guidance and guidelines to make sure that their kids reach your level.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Mikey, listen, I think that we are in a position right now where we could make a lot of difference, right? And I think we could set a blueprint, starting with your guidance, and I'm willing to help as much as I could, to create some type of mentorship in the village. I mean, something that we are doing here as well, right? But I think it's something that needs to be accelerated, because what we're seeing right now is not nice. What we're seeing right now, like look at yesterday. Some guy got shot and he died. And you look at what's happening, over time, we're hearing, who's shooting and the carnage, and it's just all these guns and all this excitement about guns is like now we need to pull this thing back, and it might be Telescope, might be the epicenter of starting this mentorship, and then let it build throughout the island, and let other people come in and see how we could create this mentorship program. But I believe that what you do in there, what you did, what you're saying, and what you're actually doing in your village, I think is something that the whole nation needs to replicate, especially in the time like now. It has to be done, needs to be done right now, Mikey. And I applaud you 100 times, 100 times. But I know that you are that type of person, because if you remember, way back in high school, you were the one that teach me how to high jump and long jump and all that kind of thing.
Definitely.
He was the one. Even then.
And Junior, I teach a lot of people mechanics. I teach a lot of kids. Listen to me. You cannot, for example, yeah?
Uh-huh.
No, you spoke about the shooting and the this and this in different communities, yeah?
Yeah.
No, the authorities have to realize that we need a quick solution which is there to rectify these happenings. It's because of, you know what idleness causes?
Idleness.
I'm not idle as an adult.
Yes.
Idle from kids come up, you
Yeah.
do not have, okay, you come out, you leave school. We don't expect everybody to leave school with a degree. We don't expect everybody to leave school with a certificate, but we have amazing carpenters.
Yes.
We have amazing plumbers. We have
Yes.
amazing boat builders. We
Yes.
have amazing farmers. We are full of amazing people
Yes.
who have different thoughts and ideas. But the problem we have, especially in the Caribbean, yes, we're not putting the right reasons and the right things in place
Right.
to have this youth doing the right thing. For example, look at China. Let me use it as an example. They build this whole big bunkers on them. They take the children, put them inside, and make them make toys. Most of the things built in China is built by kids. So you have your mind at a level from kid way go up.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
We have a lot of educated elderly people who are retired, carpenters, masons, welders, engineers, and we have a lot of land in Grenada. So what the government and the people in authority have to do, take an example from that place called China, build those things, get those retirement or those men who is working for themselves to come and run a government entity, teaching those kids how to make those things physically.
Yes.
A lot of physical work is needed in our country right now. We try to bring schools to guide them. No, let me tell you something. And let me tell the world something. There's a lot of children sitting in the class to learn history that want to be mechanics.
Yes, true.
There's a lot of children sitting in the class that want to be a doctor. There's a lot of children sitting in the class that want to be an IT specialist. There is different things in a classroom, but we don't look for it. We just have the same way that put everybody in the class, teach them math, teach them English. Let us find out what those kids like.
Yes.
Most of the school time, let us give them physical things to do. Let us take them and bring them on the construction sites who like it. Let us bring them those in the mechanical shop who like it. So let the school program not only be what you teach, bring it out physically. For example, I am now with a group of people, Mr. Hargrave. I agree to Mr. Hargrave and I say, let us bring back sewage in the preschools in our parish. Reason for me saying that, when them little kids know there is 2 rabbits in the school and they have to feed it. You know, every morning, everybody wake up early.
Right.
They bathe because everybody want to go and feed the rabbit. That is what you call tuning.
Right, yes.
So if we get this kind of programs in and in between, we will have a lot of this lackadaisicalness on the block, sidewalk, provide avenues. They could do it, Junior.
Yeah.
We all could provide this avenue. And the next thing I want to say is very important. There is a lot of kids who doesn't attend school. I'm talking about kids from 5, 6, 4 that doesn't attend school. And when you ask the parent as a community person why the kid not going to school, and when you hear the voice of the parents, you know it is not only a voice, but it's pain as you as a community person and for your country, because the people responsible for this do not come out I'll ask them to find out, okay, why your kid is not going to school? Now, most of the parents know that of which we call the low class that fighting to make ends meet have to leave their little kids and go to work. But when they go to work now, basically, they come back home, the bills have to be paid because they need light, they need water, they need clothing, they need things to eat. There goes a problem. So the kids cannot go to school because the parent not able to give him what you call a proper meal to go to school.
And bus fare and all of the things, those prerequisites, those little things.
I call a group of people in my community and say, listen to me. Let us try to reach out to certain people and make a breakfast program in most of those schools, preschools. A breakfast program, because you no matter how it might sound, it is not something that cannot be done.
Right.
Because we have a lot of people in our community are talking about the business levy in our community to understand that there is a lot of important things they need to take part in. Not doing it through government, but doing it as a means of the generosity of the contribution that the parents, the people of the parish and the community is doing for your business. And we want your business to be safe, so we have to make sure the kids are happy and the kids are safe, so you have a safe business throughout your entire business career. So the breakfast program mightn't be for every kid, but for the kid who parent is not able to send him to school with a decent meal. So when he stays home, run up and up every day, meet wrong things, do wrong things, there is the tuning and the forming of a nuisance to society.
Yes. Yes. Because they're idle. It's idle. Idle.
Now, I did some community work at Telescope 4. I went up there and I realized the remarkableness of this place and what it can bring for the community, for St. Andrews, for the people, for the school children, and the group of youths by the bay, the group of youths by my bayside. I went up there the first day with one person, and the second day, every one of them came up there with a cutlass, with fork, with spade. Why? Because they see, okay, this is something positive, let us take part in it. That is the kind of thing we want them to do. But when they decide to do that, instead of the people who is responsible, the caretakers of this great state in every inch and square of it, join along with it and say, okay, seeing as the youth take involvement in that, that means we will have what you call a comfortable environment there because the youth see it as something good. So let me help them to continue. But when you diminish that idea, that thought from the person responsible from doing it who wants to make a difference in the youth life, what do you expect to get from the youth? Retaliation.
True.
Go back to the same old stage, the same way, and then when wrong things happen now, you give them the most unhuman punishment of all.
Yes.
Courthouse, jailhouse.
Jail. And it's like a cycle, eh? Because once they go through the system, it's like something is attracting them or may attract them to just keeping them in the loop into that system. It's a vicious cycle that needs to be broken. And I think what could bridge that cycle, what could break that bridge, I should say, is that mentorship program and providing kids with that type of opportunities. And you're so right that there are kids right now who may not be first in class, second in class. Even, I mean, I remember you said on a live that you dropped out of SAS in Form 4, right?
Thank you.
Right. So that didn't mean that you wasn't intelligent. That didn't mean that it's just what they was showing you or giving you or telling you or trying to teach you, you figure that it wasn't gravitating. It wasn't your thing. It wasn't you.
It was not enough.
It was not sufficient.
For example, now remember, Junior, before you met me, I learned the ABC when I had 9 years. I had 9 years growing up with my grandparents, a top telescope. I had 9 years, don't know the ABC.
Right.
Now, when my grandmother died, I went to stay with my stepfather, Mr. Crystal, Dominic Edwards. And the gentleman homeschooled me. He beat me for every living thing to make me who I am today. He beat me to read, and he had to beat me to stop read. I learned mechanics, everything I learned. My profession today, I have never been to an institution of any to learn my profession. I learned it in books. I went from books, I pick up pieces of engine, and I start to scrap and put back together. And here the fun part about growing up with Mr. Crystal. You was a part of it. Every friend and every student that comes by me, and I did anything that he's not pleased with, he beat every one of us.
I almost get beaten by him too.
Thank you. This is what we want, you know. He beat everyone. And listen, the athletes that we were of that time, before we go to run, Mr. Crystal will beat us before we go to run and make us know he expect honor from that races and then when we come back. So we know if we don't do that, when we reach back home, it's problem.
Yes.
We got lashed to make we handball, shunku, when we wash the clothes. Everybody in the world know about that. Line us up all. And when we crying for that, she said, you know, the right thing, all the crying, the laugh. We get lashed for that also.
Yes, it's true.
When I grew up with this gentleman, and them time they, you know, us as kids, we believe, no, we go do this man something when we get big. And then to read now, they started to drop me on a boat in town they call the Logos, a floating library. So I grew up in books so much of time that when they want to send me now, I read Daniel still, Pamela, all talk about all books. I had my own library room. So when I went to school, I was fascinated by the big books that I learned mechanics, so I decided I want to be a mechanic.
Right.
So when 12 o'clock, lunchtime, I read so much of books I wanted to put it into practice. When 12 o'clock, I down the hill by Jerry Pop, change my clothes back up the road. And then I started to go to Mr. Kevin's down by the bay, pick out them pieces of engine, bring it home, scrap it, bring it back. One time, Mr. Kevin make me build an engine for him, not even knowing, because he couldn't fix it. He gave me the engine to go after holding me for taking the old ones. I bring it back, he put it in a vehicle and the engine was good. So from that, it is a tuning.
Right.
And then if we have this kind of, this level, Junior, this amazing level, and to everybody that is listening, do not give up on those kids. Don't see those kids as a nuisance. Give those kids a chance to get out the inner qualities in them that has been bad.
Yes.
That has been not give them the reason to explore it by the way they grow and what you feel. And then the next thing about it is, this one is for everybody that sits in, even the magistrates. Listen to me. If you want to correct a lot of things, when a kid, for example, most kids that retaliate to the parents is because they was not given the powerful privilege of an entire lovely way from the parents and from the people outside, the influencers. There is a lot of influencers outside.
Yes.
And to the influencers, I want to tell you something. Stop what you're doing.
Yeah.
Do not lead those kids to the wrong path. Stop it. Let us forget about the past. Let us forget what we do down the road. Let us forget how we live down the road. But we have to make a difference in our life, in our liberty. God demands that from us. And let us do it genuinely.
Yes.
Because most of the people who do wrong things, they have a malice inside to them. Do not wait until it's too late. No, to the people who call themselves gangsters, I want to tell you something. A gangster is someone who takes care of the ladies and the children. That is my definition for gangster.
Yeah.
A gangster is somebody that makes sure the quality of life home is of principle.
Yes.
That's what is a true gangster.
Other than
True
that,
gangsters,
Mikey,
Junior?
they are punks.
Yeah.
They are punks.
Thank you. True gangsters don't die. True gangsters' legacy live on because they make sure their home,
Yes.
the qualities of their life, their home, their surrounding, the community, the elderly in the community have the best life, have a peaceful life.
Yeah.
True gangsters make children see, for example, Junior, I am a man that takes part in, we are a group of wonderful people in Grenada, take part in car shows that represent Grenada in the wonderful Caribbean. We have a Caribbean body, St. Vincent, St. Lucia, the whole Caribbean have a music group that we go to St. Vincent every year to represent Grenada and our different countries in the Caribbean. Now, to the people who see music in cars as a means of annoyance, no. You have to know what kids like, and most of the kids that comes when I play my music or come on my car and what I said to them, if you study your schoolwork properly and you're disciplined, one day you will be a car like that. If you make sure that your road is straight and you understand when your parents tell you how to live, what to do, you will own a car like that.
Right.
So in most times we have car show, you see a lot of little kids. I'm talking about those 15, 16. I'm talking about the 5, the 4, the 8, the 7. They like things that make them comfortable. Give it to them. Don't buy them from it. Let it understand what it is. Let it understand how to get it. My son, Kyle Ned, he loves fast car engineering. He loves that, but he adores running. He adores running from a small age. He adores running. And to the point now, we push him, his mom, his grandfather, his aunt, his grandmother, friends, his brothers, we push him to make him know, listen to me. The gift that God gives you to run, don't let nothing bad at. Utilize that gift. But at the same time, you have to understand the gift comes with a set of regulations and rules, which we call principles.
Yes.
And once you could follow that, and once every kid could follow that, and every parent could push that into their kid's head, don't give up on them. No matter, so most of them don't want to listen, they will listen. You have a point in time, they listen. And to the blockers, the block rulers, the kids listen to you. Stop trying to turn them into havoc. Teach them the right thing. Teach them not to be like you and believe what you believe. For even you, when you get old, to live in a comfortable environment. We need this in the world today, Junior.
Yes. Nah, Mikey, listen, this is so appropriate. The timing is right. And I hope that parents are listening. I hope that some of the guys are listening. And I'm happy that we had this conversation here today. I think it's going to go far. And hopefully don't fall on deaf ears, because the world needed to hear this today. And I want to amplify that in any way. I'll put this in a little snippet and I'll make sure everybody see it. I'll share it all over the world. Parents need to see this. Kids need to see this, because we can't continue doing everything that we know is going to sink us straight in the ditch, and expect if we do it again, it ain't going to sink us straight in the ditch. We need to change this. And Mikey, I got to say thank you. Thank you a million, my brother, for all that you're doing,
You're welcome.
all that you have done. And me personally, because you helped me in personal development as well, back in Anglican primary school, doing the long jump, as I said, doing the high jump. you were the one who taught me how to get over that, you know what I mean, with my own little unique style. Mikey's the one I have to credit for that. And that was when we were 9, 10, you know, in them kind of ages and them day. So there's a lot, and you continue to do this up to today. So I have to say thank you personally, my brother, and continue doing the great works. You know what I mean? And we're here. If you have a idea in how we could need to raise funds to help, even if we have to try to see how we could put together some of our personal funds to help the kids in your community, let us know, and we'll try our best to see what we could do from our end. We really appreciate you, and thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you.
You know, I'm always here, always a phone call away.
To leave to every parent, every person listening on this program, every kid, to leave, you have to understand what makes us be infinite, what makes us be great. Without God in the midst, without understanding that we have a creator, owner in our midst, we do foolishness.
Yes, true.
So I want to recite this little short, powerful statement. I will say a statement, because I want it to be a statement. I can do all things, not some, not a little bit. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Once we understand the meaning of this, our life will change. Every every little bit of trial will not be an error, but it will be for success. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
Yes. Yes. Believe it, believe it, believe it, and believe it. Mikey Noel, my good friend. Thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll keep in touch.
Blessed night to everyone.
All right. Good night. Yeah. Can't see nothing else after that. The brother slam dunk it. The brother said it all. Big up Mikey Noel and everything that he's doing and continue to do. And I'm very proud of his son who initiated that he wanted to make an apology, a public apology. He wrote the apology, he presented the apology, it's circulating. And you know the funny thing? The apology is not going to reach as far as the viral video. I bet you that the apology would not reach as far as the other viral video. Because you know why? People like to see dogfight. People don't like positive. People don't like positive. They like fight. They like bacchanal. They like all of this stuff. We got another caller.
To accept the call, press 1. For more options.
Hello, caller. You calling for the program?
Yes, Junior.
Yes, caller.
I'm calling from Florida.
Florida, go right ahead.
And I'm listening to this gentleman. I don't know who he is. I missed the beginning of the show, but this is the best I've heard of any of your speakers on your advisory board. This man needs a medal. He needs a medal for being a good father and a good spokesperson to the youth. We need more like him coming on the show.
Yes.
And give him another program to come on again, because I would really like to hear him again. My
Absolutely.
name is Velma, and I thank you for bringing this man here.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. I certainly will.
All right.
All right. Thanks
Bye-bye.
again. Yeah. Tell you. This Mikey Noel, as I told you guys, during the time when I was going to Anglican primary school, and I just couldn't, like I had two left legs, and Mikey showed me how to really, farm, to jump and long jump and high jump in the sand pit right in Anglican primary school in the pasture. And then went to SAS, and he was my best friend for all the time going to SAS. Of course, I left in Form 3, but we remain in contact, even to today. Right, so I say thank you again, Mikey, for never stop being a real one. Yeah, Mikey's a real one. Mikey Noel is a real one. Gotta take a quick commercial break, guys. We'll be right back. Don't move.
I want you folks to play these 3 games from the NLA. Daily pick 3 cash flow and play with. You will be supporting sports and culture, nation building and our future. So go out and play, folks, make it a must. You will see what the National Lottery is doing for us. When you play pick 3 cash flow and play with, the NLA will support you all the way.
Starting September 30th, Monday to Friday, these 3 games will be drawn mid-morning, 9:45 a.m., midday, 12:45 p.m., and evenings, 7:45 p.m. The National Lotteries, supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Sunday money day.
Established in 1998, Ross Road Funeral Services continues to assist you plan the ideal funeral or memorial service locally or internationally. Our reputation is built on providing personalized funeral services based on love and compassion. Call Ross Road Funeral Services at 718-547-0640.
Ross Road Funeral Services, where your loved one is our loved one.
Carpentry and Cleaning Service Inc., providing exceptional carpet and cleaning, floor installation, refinishing, home renovations, drywall, painting, plastering, doors and moldings, electrical and plumbing, and much more. We are a one-stop shop for all your professional needs. Give us a call today on 718-221-5572. That is 718-221-5572. Or you can call our cell on on 917-939-3192. Check out our sales on all services. We're located at 218 Schenectady Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. Phillips Carpentry and Cleaning Servicing.
Again, guys, we say thank you so much for being a part of our programming here today. Thanks to our producer, our senior executive producer, Lois JJ, our moderators, Kibbs. Thank you so much, Gail, Charles, and of course, Deanne Fraser, and all the team here at Ridealong Live. We say thank you so very much. Guys, good parenting is a fundamental aspect of raising healthier, happy, and successful children. It involves creating a nurturing and supportive environment where children can grow and develop their full potential. There are so many things that we could learn from today's program, but one of the takeaways, of course, is that good parenting. And I think if we embody that, if you really learn, even develop that idea or that skill of good parenting, we most likely would see less of the idleness and violence that we see on the street. I'm not saying that it's going to stop. I'm not saying that it's going to change everything, but we need to step up. Parents, we need to step up. Seriously, we need to step up as parents. That's who we are. We need to respect ourselves so our children would respect us at the long run. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for being a part of our program again. Catch you guys again tomorrow. Good night.
Williams Funeral Service serve you with dignity and compassion as you mourn. Every day, we embark on the journey of life, and one day, the journey will end. It's on that day that you can entrust the celebration of life of your loved ones to David Williams Funeral Service. Call 718-291-3823.
Grenadian products are now only a mouse click away at GrenadaMarket.com. Nutmeg and guava jams, jellies and the syrups, world-famous nutmeg pain relief spray, black sage, soursop, lemongrass, and bois bande bar. Ordering is simple and friendly. All major credit cards accepted. Safe, secure shopping guaranteed. GrenadaMarket.com ships your product anywhere in the world. So when you can't go to the island, the products off the island can be sent to you. Just log on to www.grenadamarket.com and experience our quick delivery and homely service.